You
And
ever
that league,
play
uh,
football,
my
college or
mom,
high
my
school?
my mom wouldn't let me, Eric. I have really bad eyes, and my
Mm,
glasses were very expensive, and my mother was very particular about being physically active as a child. So I never really got to experience physical activity for myself. But I did watch a lot of movies.
yeah, that's cool. No, that's cool. So like you didn't like go out play with your friends a lot, sounds like.
I would actually record my friends on camera and then
Wow.
vicariously live through them while I watch the videos back because my mom was very particular about my brittle bones. I have bone syndrome, and I would not be able to. Are you okay? Is
Riddle
there something funny?
BBS? You have BBS? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a very serious issue.
Yeah. You real
Deep
fake.
sports.
Mike, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing great, Eric. Episode 4. Here we go. We're rocking and rolling. Everything's good. Everything's great.
Yeah, we're really starting to get our bearings here at RDFS.
Oh yeah,
And
baby.
I think the listeners can really feel that, you know.
They're starting to feel what we're throwing down, and it's pure heat, Eric. It's pure heat.
Exactly. And much like what we're throwing down, the Bears are throwing down heat as well. They're not playing at home this week, but I'm here at Soldier Field just hanging out. But they're 5-1. They're playing the Rams this week, Monday Night Football. I'm excited. I don't know if they're gonna win, but I'm excited.
I'm having some doubts, Eric. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think they're gonna win. Um, it's just a tall order. It's a Monday night game. They're gonna have to be firing on all cylinders, and we haven't seen that yet. And I don't know if they're gonna be able to pull off the upset.
Yeah, it's gonna be definitely a tall order. I feel like the Rams' strengths are our weaknesses, so it's kind of a good matchup for them. I wanted to bring in kind of a guy who is an expert in the NFL to give us kind of a breakdown of what he expects this week. From CBS, Shannon Sharp.
Oh yes.
Hey Mike, how you doing? It's it's me, Shannon.
Shannon, how's it going, my man?
It's good, man. It's good. Everything, we out here rolling, man. So how you?
Ladies and ladies and gentlemen, we have Shannon Sharp on the
Yes,
mix.
sir. Yes, sir. The one and only Shannon Sharp. Uh, Mike, I'm excited for these games this week. We got the Bears and the Rams on Monday night. It's gonna
Yes,
be
sir.
a stellar affair, man.
I'm loving it, Shannon. What are you seeing? What do you like this game? Who has the advantages? Who has the disadvantages?
Mike, you know me. I love throwing the football. I love tight ends. They
Oh
got
yeah.
Tyler Higbee over there. That guy, he's an absolute touchdown machine. So I like the Rams in this one, but you can't deny that the Chicago Bears, they got a great defensive end out there, and Khalil Mack, and that other guy on the other side, Robert Quinn. So it's going to be a battle, Mike, and we're going to see who is the toughest of the two. So, uh, yeah, I think, especially with those three running backs they got there in LA, it's gonna be something to watch for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Is there anything else you're seeing as besides tight ends and defensive ends? I know that's like your forte since you used to be a tight end.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm seeing a lot with the tight ends and the running backs and the D ends.
All right.
It's good to see out there. You want to see them catching the ball and
Right, of
blocking
course.
too. And a lot of times these tight ends, they got to block the D ends. So they not only receiving, but they out there blocking. So I think that's important. And the Bears got Jimmy Graham, they got Cole Kmet. So
Right.
it's interesting for sure. We gotta, as announcers, we gotta watch every aspect of the game, but especially the tight ends are going to be important in this one.
Who would you say has the best butt out of the tight ends in this group?
The best butt. Good question. So there's two things you look for in a tight end's butt.
Yeah.
You want it to be a little bit tight.
Okay.
So,
you can bounce a penny off of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you want that thing like a trampoline or something. That's when you got like those tight muscles in there. So
right. Quick twitch muscles.
Exactly. So I seen Jimmy Graham out there. He's got a tight one.
It's almost like he's hiding something in that trunk of his.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you want, really. You want someone who's tight, but also they got some thickness. You know what I'm saying? Like
sickness.
Thickness. Thick.
I apologize.
TH. Thick.
Having some internet connections on my side, so
yeah, you might hear like a static or something. So you want them thick, you want a round, kind of like a voluptuous rump to them.
Right,
of course. So I think Jimmy Graham has that. He has all the intangibles back there, and he's light skinned too, which doesn't hurt,
It doesn't. It's an exceptional it definitely benefits his joie de vivre, if you will.
Yeah, my only problem is that my dog is barking.
No problem.
I gotta sit through. So my only problem is this game is not on CBS, the best network on television right now. We got some of the best announcers, but we can't win them all. We got Tony Romo, of course.
Yeah, of course. Tony's the best. Do you play golf with him or?
Yeah, every weekend we get out there, me and Tony, we playing, and Sam Rosen sometimes.
Nice.
Yeah,
Sam makes it very. So we had him on last week. We weren't sure if he was telling the truth or not.
Oh, word. Sure. Yeah, no, he's definitely finds us. Once in a while, we kind of have to go. We kind of go to different courses just to kind of throw him off our trail, but he finds a way. And I mean, he should be with those Fox guys, but for some reason, he likes to try to hang out with me and Tony. But
seems like he likes to touch greatness. So
yeah, he's out there. He's still trying. He needs to study a little bit more, but he's 5 away. So we're praying for him.
Everyone's praying for him.
Yeah. 67 years old. He looks good though.
We actually debunked that last week. Turns out he's in his 70s. So
that's too bad. Well, Mike, I got a limo outside waiting for me. So
cool.
If you have any final thoughts, I can answer, but otherwise,
I got who tailors your suits? You have the most impeccable taste in clothing.
Who tailors my suits? The Men Warehouse down the street from me.
You don't have like a guy?
Yeah, the guy over there at the Men's Warehouse, Tom. He cuts me up good. He got that special measuring tape that is custom made for my body. So, God bless Tom. His family and all that stuff. But thanks for asking about my suits.
Hey, you're gonna look good. I guarantee it.
All right, Mike.
That was Shannon Sharpe. Stay fresh, Shannon. Stay fresh. That was Shannon Sharpe, the one and only, an amazing, true gentleman, legend in his own right.
Yeah, he really is. One of the great tight ends of our lifetime. And I don't know if there was like static on the line, but I heard a lot of it sounded like static whenever he was talking, but probably just his connection, I guess.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I think it's going to be a great game. There's a lot of games lined up this week. We'll really see who is real and who's the pretenders this week. Of course, we're recording this early on a Sunday, so we don't know yet, but it's going to be a good one, Mike.
I'm excited for it, Eric. I'm excited to get, you know what? I'm fine. We're 5-1, even if we lose this game. We got a lot of games left. I'm not too worried about it. The Bears aren't great. Let's be honest. Unless something crazy happens, they ain't winning a Super Bowl. But a boy can dream, Eric. A boy can dream.
You just got to get there and then see what happens,
Exactly.
I think
Eric.
the defense is getting hotter as we go, which is good to see. Mike, I know we talk a lot about football, but I do enjoy the NBA, and I wanted to ask you a question that's kind of out there, but I want you to be honest with me.
I'm listening.
Do you think a team of all white NBA players could ever win a championship in the NBA?
I highly doubt it. I feel like it's probably something that's not in the mix.
Okay. I respect that. But, I am one who likes to do experiments. So I wanted to show you a video I made. Basically, I made a team of all white players in NBA 2K, the Providence Whitecats, and I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit of my journey, and just hope you like it. So
let's get into it.
Here you go.
There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see.
In a universe quite similar to ours, but at the same time, quite different, there is an NBA team that plays by its own rules, where race matters. This is the story of that team. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Whitecats.
Yeah, it is pretty offensive that they have an all-white team in Providence, and I don't know how the commissioner allowed it.
These Whitecats from Providence, Rhode Island, I'm excited to see them play. Did the NBA need an all-white team? Probably not, but we're going to see them go out there, and we're excited.
Hey, to have a team full of all white players in Providence, Rhode Island, that's kind of offensive, but they got to do whatever they can. They got to go out there and play their game. That's all I can say.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following.
Regular season is sprint here in Minnesota, where the Timberwolves will try to protect.
Not to give up the easy deuce there.
Offensive rebound. Porzingis with the block.
Well, you get defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
At 5 on the shot clock. Connell scanning the floor. That's passing it around. Shot's good by Walker. Orders running. It's good. There's Gallinari with the 3.
League, but still, he's got to convert from there.
And yes, it's good.
Well, the
Davis. Money.
2-possession game.
Over Livingston. And so Minnesota takes the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy.
Tell you what though, that kid Essence White, he pretty smooth. I seen him play the other night, man. He had 50 points on the Boston Celtics. That kid, he's unstoppable, man. And you know what? I don't care whether you white or black. That kid can play.
You know, this guy, Essence White, he's one of the best players I've seen since I was on the Bengals. And, you know, back then, I was one of the only white guys doing it. So, props to Essence White. You know, he's 7'6", 145 pounds soaking wet, and he's just doing everything he can, and God bless him. He's one of the best.
Hey, I can't lie to you. I wasn't sure at first, but this Essence White kid, he's one of the best players I've ever seen. And I've been around a long time.
Welcome, everyone. The regular season is in the books. The battle for the 6. Here's White. Gallinari trying to get open. Thank you, David. Here's White. A huge. White, good. White's got 6. And here in Boston, Bill, he lobs it up.
Listen, we all know Luka.
Confidence's ball. Big stretch here. Here's White. A beautiful. Lays it up and in on the White drives in. A beautiful reverse. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Was that they put themselves in the position.
White against Barea. White the pass to Bogdanovich. White good.
In their spots with pinpoint dives.
Boston making a switch. The baseline jumper goes down. No good on the triple. And they're going to move on to the conference semifinals. What a performance through the entire first round. Greg sweeping in 4 games.
And they really had a tremendous series. Watching how well these guys played as a unit has got to be scary for their round 2 match.
What do you think of that? What do you think of? Were you shocked to see how well they played? I mean,
yeah, it was. Well, I mean, you have a lot of superstar power there. I mean, it doesn't have to be a race thing, but Luka
doesn't have to be.
Luka is definitely the future, and Kristaps always legit. And then you have this new Essence White guy who's just tearing up the league, you know. And I mean, Booger said it better than anybody, you know.
Yeah,
just impressive.
Yeah, he doesn't care about skin color. He sees the talent out there, and you know, I'm excited to see where Essence White takes this team. You know, maybe next week we'll see if they make the finals, but you know, I'm glad they went out there and looked for help when they were like 11 and 26. I think it made it a lot more interesting.
Well, yeah, no doubt. I mean, you definitely needed that help, and whether it be steroids or what have you,
or a superhuman player.
right?
So yeah,
Love to
that
see it.
there may be more of these if you like them. Maybe an NFL one that might be a little bit harder, but we'll see, Mike. I
We'll have
think
to get into it.
people want to see these
People
race.
love to talk about race, Eric, and when you can bring a subject matter to light like this, really gets people going.
Yeah.
People love to pick sides, so pit people against each other, whites and blacks, and who knows? Maybe we could do some Mexican stuff too. Hispanics, we're Hispanic, so
we are. It would be hard to do that in the NBA, but where's the fun in giving up?
Where's the fun in doing the easy stuff, Eric?
Yeah, so you start with the easy one, the white people,
White Jacks.
But yeah, we'll see next week where he takes him. I just wanted to show you that little segment.
Yeah, excited to see it.
So, Mike, I know you've been dying to get this guy on. He is a big draft guy. The draft is real confusing kind of this year because college football is not as being played as it normally would, and there's a lot of COVID going on, so it's hard to scout these guys. So I'd love to get his opinion on the differences this year. So we have Mel Kiper here from ESPN. How you doing, Mel?
Eric, I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, man. Good. How's everything going with this COVID craziness?
Eric, I don't believe in that stuff.
You don't either, huh?
Eric, we got a saying in Connecticut. If you can't see with your eyes, you can't smell with your nose. It ain't real.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like, what about cancer?
Yeah. It's more of a saying, Eric. It's not something to live by.
Not foolproof.
We're not talking about, yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Look, I shouldn't start off talking about COVID, I guess. It's too touchy of a subject. But how is scouting going this year? It must be a little bit
it's hard,
tougher.
Eric. Okay, it's hard. I got to stay in the booth. We're just out here looking at many videos as we can.
Yeah. You have to stay in the booth. You can't do it at home or anything.
You do it at home, but the wife and the kids are bothering you got to hit a kid.
You're telling me about it. Yeah. No, it's good to get out, get in the booth, watch some film.
Right,
who do you like? Who do you like right now?
I'm looking at this kid in Clemson, quarterback, 6'6", 230 pounds, soaking wet. Throws a great ball. Goes by the name of Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, yeah.
This kid's got the goods, Eric. I don't know if anybody else has seen this kid, but I think he can go number one. Okay, that's just me. I don't think anybody's going to agree with me on this one. I'm not part of a consensus. Okay, I think this kid's going to go out there and he's going to win games, Eric. I mean,
yeah,
he hasn't been shown a lot of, he hasn't been shown on TV a lot. I think I got a gem on my hands here, Eric, and I think everyone else is going to copy me, to be totally honest with you.
I'll be honest with you. I don't watch a ton of draft stuff until later in the year, but he's probably the only player I've heard of from this next draft, and everyone seems to think he's going number one. So I think you might have missed that, conversation or something. Do you now?
Yeah, Eric, It sounds like you're lying to me, to be totally honest with you. I'm the only one who's seen this guy. There's not a lot of cameras in Clemson, okay? And what
mean,
I'm seeing here is a kid who's 6'7", 320
Mhm.
pounds. He looks great.
Soaking wet.
Soaking wet. Okay? I mean, if this kid doesn't win 3 Super Bowls, pack my bags, okay?
What about like his attributes other than his like weight and height? What do you think?
I mean, look, let's not get into the nitty gritty. Let's talk about the way this kid looks. Okay, he's got flowing blonde hair. I mean, could you ask for a better star for the NFL? Okay, I mean, did you ever see the movie Remember the Titans? There was that
Yes.
one quarterback. He was Sunshine.
Yeah.
Very similar. Okay, I mean, you couldn't write the movie
Yeah.
any better, Eric. I mean, this kid is basically Sunshine. It's just like a dream come true for me. It's gonna be, it's it's gonna be great, Eric. I mean, you could put this guy in a movie if you want to. He's that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could sell
I've
him
never heard a
whiskey.
scout compare real life to a fictional movie. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, he's a good looking dude. I think a lot of people are gonna like him. I think he's gonna make a lot of money in endorsements, you know.
And that's what it's all about, Eric. Making as much money as humanly possible. And you
So
could sell that face to Disney. You could sell it to Apple, Facebook, whoever you want. I mean, this kid has got the goods.
would you ever think about being maybe like an agent for some of these guys? You know, you seem to like have your finger on the pulse of that side of things as well.
I would love to, Eric. Unfortunately, no one's ringing my doorbell. No one's knocking at it. And if you have anybody in mind, you know me, I love cash. So,
No, I don't. But you know, I'll start putting the word out there that you're interested.
oh,
know.
I'd love Eric. You'd be doing me a
Have you tried it all, like reaching out to these guys?
I have. Nobody takes me seriously, though. I mean, I'm kind of past my prime. They say I don't believe it, but I have
Yeah,
a lot of self-belief in myself. I've missed a lot.
a lot.
I famously said Mr. Trubisky was going to be the best quarterback in the class. Obviously, I was wrong.
Yeah, you were.
But he looks good in a jersey, and at the end of
Yeah,
the day, that really takes hold for me. Number one, what you look like in a jersey, how you wear your cleats, do you wrap your hands? These kind of things are very important in the NFL. And
what does Deshaun Watson look like in a jersey?
he doesn't fill it out right. He's too slim in the upper body, and when you see that and his throwing motion, I mean, he gets the job done on the field, but as far as like on camera,
Yeah,
not
you're not
great.
seeing him in any movies.
You're not
you
going to
know?
see him in the next Disney movie. I'm not seeing him in Remember the Titans, and that's like my watermark, my high watermark for what a successful quarterback can be in this NFL going forward.
Yeah, I mean, movies are the next big thing. I think.
I
you
would,
know.
Eric, you took the words right out of my mouth. Okay, movies are the next big thing, and if you
Mhm.
don't look good in a jersey, you don't got a place on my team, Eric.
What do you think about maybe these guys sitting out some games just so they're not getting hurt? So
I would
lengthen their career.
100% agree with you on this one, Eric. It's just the right move. You know, it's a game. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. But you know what? Who's going to be signing your checks if your ankle's broken? So if you got to take that game off to go film a movie, take it off.
Yeah, live your life. Like football is football. You got to get those checks.
Exactly. There's going to be another wide receiver to take your place right behind you. So just go ahead and
Did you
sign
ever
that
play
movie,
football, college, or high school?
My mom wouldn't let me, Eric. I have really bad eyes, and my glasses were very expensive, and my mother was very particular about being physically active as a child. So I never really got to experience physical activity for myself. But I did watch a lot of movies.
Yeah, that's cool. No, that's cool. So like you didn't like go out play with your friends a lot, sounds like.
I would actually record my friends on camera and then
Wow.
vicariously live through them while I watch the videos back, because my mom was very particular about my brittle bones. I have brittle bone syndrome, and I would not be able to. Are you okay? Is there something funny?
BBS? You have BBS? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a very serious issue.
Yeah. So like your bones are just very brittle and they can break like a bird almost. So
it turns out my mom was actually lying to me. I found out later when I had to do my physical at ESPN, but it did create an issue for me where I do feel like anything can break me at any moment in time. So I tend to stay in my room. I do not leave at any point in time. The only time I would leave is during the draft. I would come to the ESPN studios and critique human beings for a living.
Yeah, I noticed there was always like a kind of like a glare coming off the front of you. Is that because you're like in a kind of a glass enclosure just to keep yourself safe?
I really try to keep my air clean as possible, not let anything in, and a glass case helps me do that. Wash my hands 16 to 17 times a day.
Wow. That's important now with just in general.
With COVID, yeah.
Yeah. Which isn't real.
Well, this one's the 19th one, so there was 18 more. What happened to those? Nobody talks about those COVIDs. But that's neither here nor there, Eric.
If I was going to
run
How is your mom? Is she still with us?
She unfortunately passed away 16 years ago.
That must be hard for you. So
it was the best thing that ever happened to me, Eric. She was holding me back. She kept telling me lies, and
do you have more friends now?
I actually don't, Eric. Usually you create those friendships in high school and college, and unfortunately I was sitting at home critiquing NFL players and college players, and that's kind of actually how I got my my start in the biz. I was really the only one back in those days, critiquing human beings for a living, and I could do it with anything, Eric. I mean, ESPN won't let me critique anybody else, but if you have anybody you want me to critique, I could, I don't only just do NFL people. I mean,
what about like, you like movies, right? So what about actors?
You got this guy, Matthew McConaughey. He goes out there and he just plays his game, Eric. He looks great on TV. Great shoulders.
He's one of your faves.
He's got it all, Eric.
What about like what about those like Marvel guys? Like the guy.
Yeah, these Marvel guys. They're running 4.3 40s. Benching 225 pounds. I don't know where they get this strength. The year before they're doing romance comedies, and then all of a sudden they get all these muscles everywhere so quickly. Yeah. I don't understand how they do it. It's almost like they put a syringe inside their butt, and next thing you know, they're strong. I don't know how any of this stuff works, Eric.
One last thing, like, how about Christian Bale? That guy's cutting weight sometimes for that movie. The Machinist, he was down to like 100-something pounds, and then he's Batman, and he's like 220. It's like,
yep.
What do you think of that kind of stuff?
He just goes out there. I've seen him run. I mean, he's probably running a 4.3 40, squatting, 400 or 500 pounds, at a clip, and that kind of helps
arm power. Throwing power.
Great. I mean, the way he throws those ninja stars in Batman, his velocity on his fastball is probably around 300 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And that's my.
All right, Mel. Well, it's good to have you on the show. We'll love to have you back sometime.
Eric, if you need any other human beings critiqued,
And that's Mel Kiper. He's on ESPN. Yeah, that guy's kind of a strange bird.
He's a little much.
Nice guy, but I don't know if he's all there mentally.
He's not.
He's very sheltered, it seems like.
He's very sheltered. It's odd to see a 60-year-old man like that.
Good looking, though.
I hope he needs.
I don't think he will. I think he's been enabled so much by everything around him, but he's just kind of who he is at this point.
Folks, here at Real Deep Fake Sports, we got to keep the lights on, and sometimes we're gonna have some interviews where we have to, pay the bills, and some people want to throw some cash to throw their shit out there. So we brought on Mr. Skellington to come and give us the goods.
Welcome,
Craig. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, man.
So
badass show, dude.
Thank you. You are a big fan of A Nightmare Before Christmas, as I could see.
Can you tell?
Just a touch. Yeah.
It is spooky season, Mike.
It is the spooky season. Something's telling me that you might do this year round, though.
Yeah. It's hard to when you get a tattoo on your face, it's hard to take it off. So yes, this face is me year round. But it's a way for me to make money, and I think your fans will appreciate some of the stuff, the work I do. It's pretty cool. I just I go out there and I play my game, and I hope you guys can appreciate that.
Oh, of course. So you got to play your game. Craig, why don't you tell us some of the products that you're trying to sell?
Yeah, Mike, for sure. Let me see if I can share my screen here on Zoom. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah. So this is your fan page then, Craig?
Yeah, this is me. This is some of my stuff. So, Maria.
So what are we looking at here exactly?
So if you let me explain, so these are NBC mystery bags.
Okay. Do you have the legal rights to be selling NBC mystery bags?
No one's really asked me or anything. I don't think I'm making a big enough cut into their business. So right now we're cool. Everything's cool for now. So you can get these limited time. So what this is, it's a two-step process, Mike. So you choose a bag. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Hold on. Keep with me here. So you got, you could have Oogie Boogie Man. You could have Jack and his dog. And what you do, you pick a bag. Okay. Right. And step 2, you can upgrade your bag to a mystery bag. Okay. So I know right here it says mystery box, but over here it says mystery bag, kind of confusing. Okay. But hang with me. You're going to get the bag, $20 value, and the mystery upgrade, $20 value, but it's going to be free. Okay. And
this
mystery
is very
bag
confusing, Craig.
Yeah, but like it's
what do I owe you altogether? What am I looking at here? Where am I at price wise? Are we talking $40 already, or is that just Craig? Is that just for starters? Is that like my
just appetite? Don't get hung up on the money side of stuff. We'll figure it out. Okay. What's important is that you get the stuff that you want. So whether it's 40 or 80. We're gonna get you what you want, but right now you're looking at $40 pre-tax, pre-shipping, which I think is a great price.
I'm not mad at it, Craig.
But of course,
I'm interested.
That's only one of the things I
say. I'm interested.
Yeah. So you got cool scenes like this.
So Craig, do you do help people with getting married and then doing a Nightmare Before Christmas themed wedding? What are we looking at? Tell me about this.
Yeah, anything NBC related, man, is me, man. Like, so you see, the cool thing about NBC is not only is it Halloween, but it's also Christmas. So like you see this dope ass tree right here, man. This is kind of like got the pumpkins on it, jack-o'-lanterns. And so I made stuff like that. And also weddings too. So this is a custom made
from the famous scene where Jack's walking down this hill that curves.
Right.
So this one's about 2 G's. So it's real reasonable.
And this is stuff you create. You make these products. And do I
Yeah,
get to
we
keep
make
them
this
after we're
stuff.
done?
Yeah, we make this stuff, and it's just 2 G's, and then we could talk about what happens afterward. We
So,
do
Craig, tell
like
me
to
about
hang.
this. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the more product I buy from you, does that create tiers that like I can start to level up and then become,
Yeah. So everyone starts off tier 1.
And what is that tier called? Does that have a
Well, that
fun-
tier is going to be called the Oogie Boogie level.
Okay.
That's kind of lower level. We'll let you buy stuff. We do charge a fee because, we want reliable people. So, ideally, you'll get up to a tier 5, which is the
Craig,
Skellington.
I'd love to see you on screen if I could. I mean, I get the gist of the product.
Definitely.
Calling me Mikey now.
All right. Yeah. So you saw some of my wares. So basically, tier 1, you're Oogie Boogie. Like I'm looking at
Right.
you. You're like definitely an Oogie Boogie right now. And then Sally level 2, level 3, all the way up to level 5 with a Jack tier. So
King
yeah,
Skellington,
man.
if you will.
Yes. So you see everything in my room here. This stuff is for sale. So like this poster
Nice.
behind me
Great
with
looking
all,
poster.
yeah, thanks, man. So that one's 30. The bed sheets are 60, but we can always talk bundles too.
And is there a subscription to this service, or is there like a monthly cost at this?
We do a subscription. It changes every month depending on when the rent is due for me personally. So right now I'm offering $70 a month for
Wow,
tier 1.
That's cheap.
Yeah, it's a steal. So yeah, all this stuff in my house, I made it on my own. I've earned it. So, I think I'm kind of like, sorry, my voice is kind of going out.
There's a frog in there.
I'm kind of an inspiration to people, to be honest.
Okay. Is there anything else you need to tell us?
I would just say, take care of your family and,
How you dealing with all this COVID stuff, Craig?
It's tough. My mom's been on my case about, trying to find a job, and I'm telling her like, this is my thing, Mom. Like this stuff is getting big, but
Right.
she doesn't want me leaving the house either. So it's like, what am I gonna do? And out
Right.
here, we live out here in rural Illinois, so it's kind of like touch and go with everything.
Right.
And, we don't want to wear the diapers on our face because it's like, okay, like you can only control so much of my body, man. And I try to stay healthy, and like, some of the ink has been leaking into my blood, so it's been hard. Like,
What made you go through that process? I mean, having to get Jack Skellington's face tattooed onto yours permanently. I mean, did you think long and hard about that, or?
Yeah, like I was I was down in town, just getting groceries, and I thought, like, wouldn't it be like a cool surprise for my family if I got like my idol tattooed on my face? And like,
Yeah.
Honestly, it was kind of like a spur of the moment thing, and I'm really glad that I did it, despite like not really being able to see that well anymore, because like I also tattooed my eyes black.
Very cool, Craig.
Yeah. So
Craig,
it's kind of
thank
a
you so
miracle
much.
that I'm still here, but I want you guys to buy my stuff, and thanks for having me, man.
Thanks for sponsoring this episode, Craig. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, one last thing. Just remember, if you're gonna use the site, use the promo code Skellington69, and you'll get $6.90 off your order.
That's the deal, folks. Once again, go ahead and what's the website called?
skellingtonfans.facebook.com/1638992-US.
Awesome, Craig. Next time you sponsor an episode, feel free to get a legitimate website going for yourself, my friend.
Yeah, I'll work on it, man.
So now that we got, the financial stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and we got a very special guest for you. One of the finest human beings of all time, a fighter in his own right, legend, Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib,
how are you?
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum as well to you, Mike.
No, you say salaikum salam.
Salaikum khalam. I was just testing you, my friend. How are you?
Khabib, thank you so much for coming on. You just won for the 29th time yesterday.
Praise Allah.
Absolute magician you are, my friend. That triangle choke with your legs was insane.
Yes, you see how I showed him the armbar first, but then I went to the triangle choke, and he could not handle it because he's mentally weak.
Right. It was insane, Khabib. The things you can do. It's you're a magician.
Praise Allah for everything, and I had to go out there and fight my game, and it was very important for my father. God bless his soul. He was important part of my life, and this is why I'm going to retire champion.
Are you in Russia right now? Or are you still in Abu Dhabi?
I'm here in Soldier Field because I thought the game was going to be here. Turns out I got to catch a flight to LA because it's actually out there. And then it's tomorrow, so that's lucky for me.
Yeah. Khabib,
but yeah, I got the red eye from Abu Dhabi here.
You're going to retire?
Yes.
Where do you see yourself going next? Are you going to still be in the limelight? Are you going to be behind the scenes?
I want to start a horse farm in Dagestan. I've had fighting is fun for me, but I want to do horse stuff. I think that, you cannot choke out a horse. You have to teach him how to let you ride him. And that's a new challenge for me.
Very interesting. I'm excited to see. Is there a lot of money in that, or is it just pure passion for you?
It is passion. It is the love of the horse. We ride them from Dagestan to St. Petersburg sometimes, and this is
far trek.
This is a yearly thing we do, and this made me love the horse.
How many horses die on that trip?
We take about 25 horse, and 23 usually will die or we leave them because...
Sounds about right.
Yes.
The weather's pretty brutal out there, my friend.
Yes, and we do it in the dead of winter, so it is not ideal for the horse, but it is something we love to do. And it is tradition, Mike.
And how does your mother feel about this? Because I know she didn't want you to fight.
Mother doesn't like me to leave the house too much.
Right. Very overprotective.
Yes, mother wanted me to be dancer, but it was not for me. I would rather do the fighting. But what mother says, Khabib does,
Yes, of course. That was your mother.
Of course, Mike. And mother says, you can ride the horse, but only November to January.
Nice.
So that's when I take my trip. Is this interesting to you, Mike?
Yeah, Habib. Just like get me into your passion. Tell me what is it? The horse itself that gets you going, or is it the trip? Do you like the scenery?
It is I get the fresh air in, when I'm riding the horse. I like to brush the horse. I like ride the horse. It feel good to me.
Yeah.
So, in fighting, you are always trying to hurt the other person, but in
Right.
horse riding, you are trying to connect with the horse. And Allah always says, "Chem nicht nofnig nicht abnik," which means be kind to the animal, and the animal will repay you kindly.
Wow, that's so insightful, Habib. Thank you so much for that. I'll take that to my grave, my friend.
Of course.
Habib, one last thing I wanted to talk to you about was your father. He was a very important part of your life. Is there any final words you want to talk about?
Yes, my father, he was a great man, and he did hit me a little bit growing up, but it made me strong. So I just want him to be happy in heaven and bless him with all the, with all Allah has to give.
Habib, are you still fighting bears?
Which kind?
The animal, like bears.
Oh, yes. Now that I retired, I probably won't anymore. But, we would go out and we would find the bears, and we would steal their cub to piss them off. And then I will learn how to choke them out this way. And I think it make me a very strong fighter.
Yeah, you can tell. I mean, it's impressive.
Yes, I'm actually wearing this bear fur, polar bear on my head.
Oh, is that what that is?
I kill it. Yes.
Habib, thank you so much for coming on again. Appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time out. And we love you. Hope the best for you.
Love you too, Mike. Take care.